So Samsung's official Z Fold 8 teaser makes this look like a huge upgrade. New shape, new tagline, big foldable reset. But the moment you add up the prices and Samsung's savings deal, the story flips. So the teaser itself is clever. It's an animated invitation built on one line. A new shape unfolds, where a ticket prints out, tears at the top, and reveals a ticket that's noticeably shorter and wider than today's Fold. And that part matters, because the closed phone may finally feel normal instead of like a skinny one. A fix people have wanted for years. But here's the thing, it's exactly where Samsung wants your eyes, while the money quietly moves the other way. Because every single price in this launch went up. But just look at the top one for a second. The Fold 8 Ultra now climbs to around 2,800 euros for the terabyte. That's genuinely good laptop money for something that happens to fold. So at least Samsung's up to $1,230 in savings should soften the blow, right? Well, not really. Almost all of that number is just your own trade-in value. That's money your old phone was already worth. Samsung's simply printing the word savings next to it. What Samsung actually gives everyone is a $30 credit. Last year, it was $50, quietly cut by 40%. And it gets worse. You can't even spend that $30 on the phone. It's nudging you to buy something else. Step back and look at the whole picture. The prices went up, while the one guaranteed benefit went down in the exact same launch. And honestly, that's still not the part that got me the most. The brand new wide Fold 8 is the interesting one. The phone the entire teaser is about is the cheapest one in the whole lineup, at around 2,000 euros. And here's what stings. The Ultra is basically last year's Fold 7 with a new name. Now, before you decide the cheaper one is the obvious steal, it isn't clean either. The wide Fold 8 quietly drops a zoom camera, and the dual camera's still weaker compared to Ultra. So it's cheaper because it's less phone. And that's deliberate, because if the new shape had the best cameras too, nobody would buy the Ultra. And Samsung knows it. So this launch is not just about selling you a better foldable, it's about getting ahead before Apple enters the room. The wider fold shape is basically Samsung's early answer to the foldable iPhone Apple is expected to show in September. And that changes the whole point of this launch. Samsung doesn't just need the Fold 8 to be good. It needs to own the conversation before Apple gets on stage. And Google got caught in the same timing fight too. Samsung sent this invite just hours after Google announced its own event. That tells you this launch isn't only about building a better Fold, it's about making sure everyone talks about Samsung first. And yet, here's the strange part. After all that cutting, there is one place Samsung didn't cheap out at all. Samsung and Qualcomm confirmed it in a separate teaser. The Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, the fastest processor Samsung can physically put in a foldable. And it's in both the Fold 8 and the Ultra. Samsung spends big on the spec that shows up in every benchmark, in every headline. But the deal is where Samsung quietly takes it back. In Europe and Korea, the smaller Flip 8 doesn't even get that flagship chip. It drops down to Samsung's own Exynos, because that's a corner they're willing to cut where fewer people are looking. We want you to stay with us by subscribing and share your valuable feedback through comments. See you in the next video.